Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm excited for today's video. It's a little bit different of a topic, but today, I'm so sure you saw by the title, we're going to be ranking all of my Urban Decay naked palettes. And I got a lot. I got a bin of them. I just figured with the release of the Naked Honey and, you know, the death of the original Naked that happened last year, I just figured it would be kind of fun to rank them all in order of what I think is like worst to best, and just let you know which ones are my favorites and least favorites. If you guys are new here, hi, I'm Jamie. I do beauty videos 3 times a week. I'd love it if you would subscribe before you go. And if you want to see all of my Urban Decay Naked palettes ranked, then keep on watching. I'm in a good mood right now. I'm moving so soon. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. All right, so let's jump into this. We're just going to jump right in. We're starting out at the bottom. Coming in at number 7 is Naked Cherry. Now, I do want to say that Naked Cherry is not my palette. This is Honey's palette, my friend. Honey. This is her palette, which I borrowed so that I could do this video. But I have to say, like, the disappointment in this palette is so freaking real. I had the same feeling about the Back Talk palette, which is similar tones. And maybe it's because these tones are my favorite. My favorite. Like, when I saw this palette, I was like, oh my god. Like, that palette was made for me. Like, it's so gorgeous. But it's so lackluster when I tell you. It's patchy. The shadows are dry. It didn't blend well. There wasn't just enough differential between shades to really, I don't know, justify the price. I don't know. Like, there was just, you know, usually they get it so right, but they just dropped the ball on this one. Like, look how patchy they are. I don't know what they did different in this one, but of all of these palettes, I love the formula in all of them, except for this one. And so that leads me to believe that something major changed. These tones are not easy to do in general, but like, I don't know what happened here, but I don't like it. I don't like the formula. I love the color story, but I wish there was a little bit more variation. Okay, so coming in at number 6 is the original, the Naked palette. And I'm putting that at the bottom because, I mean, it has such a nostalgic place in my heart. And I still look at this and it makes me feel some type of way. But if I were to buy this palette right now, today, in this time, would I buy it? No, I would not. This is a brand new one. I've never even opened this. I have these as collector's editions. And so I've just kept this unopened, untouched, unscathed, and just perfect. I probably wouldn't pick this up if this was just launching like today. But it's still, I mean, Sidecar, Half-Baked, Smog, those colors, they just have so much nostalgia for me. I've just created so many looks with this palette. So it still has a special place in my heart. But these tones right now are not my favorite. Like, I'm just not really into cool tones like this. So I probably wouldn't reach for this now, you know? Not that I'm gonna reach for it anyway because I'm collecting these. I'm saving them. I don't know for what. I don't know. I don't know why. But I know that I'm not getting rid of it. So number 5. Number 5 is Naked 2. Naked 2 was kind of a follow-up palette. It's still very, very similar in a lot of ways to the original Naked palette. This is another one. I've never opened it because it came in a collector's edition that they had sent me in PR with all 3 palettes, and I just have kept it like pristine. It has blacks, grays, taupes. That shade Chopper, oh, so pretty. It has sparkle in it. It's beautiful. They've got Half Baked in here as well, though, so I don't know. They duplicated a shade. But I mean, Half Baked is pretty bomb-ass color, so I get it. But also, why? If this is a follow-up palette. But anyway, I don't know. These tones just don't do it for me. It's good for a smoky eye, but it's definitely, you know, not one that I would reach for on a regular. I would definitely have to be doing a very specific look. But I will say, I do like this packaging on the 2 better than the first one, because the first one has that velvet packaging that looks really dirty. When you mark it up, you can never get it clean again. And this is like a metal case, so it's much easier to wipe down and keep clean. So in that regard, it got higher marks than the original. So number 4 is Naked 3. And Naked 3 is the 3rd one that came in this collector's edition. This one is rose hued tones. These are all exclusive shades. And this one also is a metal palette, like the second one. Also never been opened. What? We have damage. Oh no. The mirror was broken and the shade at the end was broken. It's not completely broken, but it's a little bit broken. God damn it. This one is my favorite of the 3 because I just love mauve shades, and I don't know, it's so pretty. There's not much I can do about like this shade here, Dark Heart, broke, like a piece broke off, and it's all crusted inside where the brush was. So sad. I do love that shade, Dark Heart, though. That one, it's like a purpley black, and it has specks of shimmer in it. It's a good shade. All of these shades are gorgeous. This is my favorite of the 3. I love these tones, and it's got kind of that Naked Cherry vibe, but much lighter, and, you know, obviously not as red. It's like pinky mauve-y tones. It's still so beautiful. These shades are much more flattering on me than cool tone shades, I think. Okay, so number 3 on this list is the Naked Reloaded. I did rank the Naked Reloaded higher than the original for a couple of reasons. One, it has this like spongy satiny packaging, and I kind of liked it. I like it definitely better than the original because I hate that velvet packaging. ABH has packaging like that. I hate it. Because I don't like when my packaging looks dirty. I don't like that. So this doesn't do that. And this is kind of like if the Naked palette and the Heat palette had a baby. And this is what came out of it. It's a Naked Reloaded, but it's much warmer. Like the Naked palette is a cool tone palette. This is a warm palette. It does have a couple of cool shades. Like Dreamweaver is a cool tone shade, and it's pretty. It's kind of almost like slightly duochrome, slightly. It's like a taupey brown color. It's got almost like duochrome silver and brown. I really like this. I've gotten a lot of use out of it. I did a look for the Pure Barbie launch, and I loved the way that it came out. I brought this on my last trip to LA, and it was the only palette I brought, and I used the crap out of it. When I want like a bold, smoky eye with neutral brown shades, this is what I reach for, because these tones of brown are what I want. Like, I don't want cool tone browns even when I'm doing a brown smoky eye. Like, I want these. You know what I mean? So if you take this side of the palette, you've got a nice smoky eye. If you take this side of the palette, you've got like fun bronzes, and I don't know, like it's fun. It's a fun palette. And then they, of course, did these bigger shades on the end for this one, just to give you more of the shades you use the most, which are your transition shades and a shade to set your lids. So I liked that they kind of mixed it up, did something different, and I really like that palette a lot. Number 2 is the latest release, and that is the Naked Honey. I really love this. I think they did such a good job on this palette. It got a lot of flack on social media that it was boring. I don't think it's boring at all. I think that it's exciting. Yellows, like yellow golds, like this has not been done before. The first 2 palettes were super cool tone, and then you've got Cherry and Naked 3 that are definitely pink, mauve, red tones. You've got the Reloaded that has the warm tones mixed in, but like no one, this is totally new. It's fresh, it's different. Now if they could just give me like a Naked Grape with like purples, like would be good. But I really love this. I've had so much fun playing with this. And I did review the entire palette. I also reviewed the Naked Reloaded palette too. So I have videos on both of those if you guys are interested in checking those out. But this palette is really good. It's different. And even though it appears, and I thought this online, I thought some of the shades were a little too close, and I thought that it wasn't going to have enough dimension the way that the Cherry palette doesn't. But this actually does. These shades are very, very different when you swatch them, but like they even have these like copper tones. So like I feel like most people look at this, and what you see in this palette when you open it up and look at it are these 2 gold shades right here. That's what jumps out. But there are these bronzy coppery shades too, so you could do like a bronzy coppery eye as well. You don't have to take these 2 shades. If you just look at these shades right here, you've got this bronzy coppery eye. I do think that there's more you can do with this palette than it seems first glance, and that's why this is ranked so high. Also, I feel like the brush in this one is the best brush they've ever put out. Can you guess what number 1 is? What I left out? What we haven't talked about yet? The missing piece to my puzzle? Number 1 Naked palette of all time? Dun dun dun! Naked Heat. What? Look at this palette. She is stunning. This palette is all of my dreams come true. Like, this is everything. I think that the contrast and tones in this palette is the best they've ever done in a Naked palette, even better than Naked Honey. And this is kind of why I ranked this number 1, aside from the fact that I get the feels when I look at this, and I just want to put it on my eyes like right now. But there is a gradient here of many different tones, and it goes from light all the way to dark, and there's no 2 tones that are the same. You do have a couple of similarities in Cayenne and He Devil. They're similar at first glance. So I don't know if you're going to be able to see this on camera, the differentiation between the 2, but this one is a much more terracotta brown, and this one is quite a bit deeper. It's almost more of like it's more brown. This one's like that terracotta undertone. So that one is the He Devil. So between these 2, Cayenne and He Devil, I think He Devil definitely has the more terracotta vibes than the Cayenne does. But that said, I think that this palette is probably the best layout. It's just the best one they did so far. And I think a lot of people agree with that. Like, this palette got so much hype, they even made a petite, like a Naked Heat petite, because this was so loved. And because at that time when they launched this, these warm tone shades were so on trend. Everyone wanted to slap warm tone browns on their face. And so it was very successful, I feel like, for them. So they did do the Naked Heat Petite, which I have, but it's packed because I'm moving. So I don't have that out right now, and I love that one too. But anyway, this is definitely my favorite naked palette of all time. But I hope they don't stop. And also, like, I kept the original packaging. It has, like, matches inside the box that it came in. And this is the only one they've ever done like this. And they have this sleeve on the outside that slides on. And you have the shades on the front. I love everything about this. I love everything about this. I, for one, just hope they keep cranking out more naked palettes. I hope they do a purple toned one. I'm excited to see what they do next. I know that purples aren't really naked. But is cherry? I mean, if cherry is, I feel like purple can be. Right? Green? I don't know. I think they should keep going. I think, you know, if ColourPop can do monochromatic palettes, why can't Urban Decay, you know? I'm into it, I'm feeling it, and I think they always do such a great job. So that is it for today's ranking Urban Decay Naked Palettes. I want to hear from you. What do you guys think about my order choice? Do you agree? Is there one that you like better than kind of my placement? Like, would you have numbered them a little bit differently? I want to hear. Leave me a comment. Let me know your thoughts. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Hit the bell so you never miss when I upload a video. You can follow me on social. My handle's @GlamLatte. And don't forget the Glam Latte Beauty Podcast is on iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, Stitcher Radio, CastBox, and iHeartRadio. All those details are in the description box down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you so much, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.
I just wanna hold you. I just wanna look into your eyes and tell you that I want you.